Hi guys, I'm Brooke and this is Pippa, and we travel full-time out of my Honda CRV. And if you don't know us already, we have been on the road now since August of 2020, but we've been in this car for over a year, and I am constantly looking to make upgrades and things like that, especially for the summer. And with summer approaching and summer heat approaching, I had one of those moments of like, oh my gosh, how have I never thought of this before? Let's try this. So one of the biggest things, if you don't know already, if you've never been in a car in the summer, most of the heat issue actually comes from the roof. So my car is black, if you don't know, and even though I have this like beigey interior, the sun just kind of like beats down on the car if I can't get in the shade, and it just heats up really quickly in here, even if I have the windows open and stuff. So I was trying to think of ways all last summer to improve this. I even toyed with taking down the headliner, but then I was like, okay, then I won't have a headliner, and that's weird. It's a 2004, but it's been beat up a little bit before I even had it, and so none of my like overhead lights work. So in the headliner is like really stained and has like cigarette burns and stuff on it, and it's never been like super appealing to look at. So I figured if I lost the headliner, put some insulation up there, it would help out. But I just never pulled the trigger because I just didn't want it to go wrong, obviously. And light bulb moment in the middle of the night the other night, my grand idea is to take some Reflectix and just use like regular thumbtacks and like thumbtack it to the ceiling. And then I got some like stretchy fabric, and we're gonna like cover it and hope it helps with the heat in the car. And that's kind of the plan today. I figured this is such like an inexpensive and like no damage way to do this. I hear a lot of people who are like, oh, I love what you've done in your Honda, but my car isn't paid off yet, or my car is newer and I don't really want to like destroy it like you did. And I was trying to think of something where like I could keep the, you know, headliner intact, but I could also solve a little bit of the problem, or at least improve the problem before this summer gets a little bit wild. So I didn't want to put a bunch of money into it in case it didn't work. So this is what I just came up with in the middle of the night. So this is literally a 2-yard for $4 just like scrap fabric. It's really thin. It's almost like t-shirt material, so I think it'll be nice and stretchy. So if it doesn't fit completely, it'll be fine. And then these thumbtacks I think were like $3.50. These are just from Walmart for like 200 thumbtacks. And then this insulation that us van lifer, car lifers, RVers, everybody uses this Reflectix. This roll for 24 by 10 feet, which I think should fit like almost perfectly in here if I measured correctly, was literally like $9.98 I think at Home Depot. So if we add all that together, it's less than $20. So I guess come along and see if this works. Okay, so here all that is. So I did duct tape a little bit where those overlapped, just because I have that seat belt in the back that I don't want to obviously take out. So like this second piece had to go across a little bit and overlap, which is fine. And then if you can see, I just stuck as many little pins in there as possible. And then I cut around the handles. And then I filled in the other side where I had to make room around that seatbelt. Obviously, like, there is space, but I mean, this wasn't meant to be like a coverall thing. What do you think, Pip? You didn't like that, I know. All right, let's see if we can get the fabric over top of it. And this is gonna be like a 30-minute project. Oh my goodness, the fashion icon, Pippa. Oh my gosh, you look like you could be riding in a convertible down a mountain highway. All right, update. I gotta pin it down the middle now. I just like rough cut the extra. That's why Pippa has her riding scarf on. She looks so cute. I'm sorry, Pippa. You look so freaking cute. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Okay, I'll take it off. All right, I didn't torture her, but okay, so I have it pinned almost along the sides, and now I just have to like pin down the center a little bit so I don't have so much circus tent feeling. But this is working super well. Aren't you impressed? We've only been doing this for like 25 minutes. I'm impressed. Here it is in all of her glory. You can see it. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. But it's really not meant to be fashionable. It's meant to be functional, and I'm feeling it. And I can tell, like, I'm parked like not in the shade at all. It's not hot today, but it's definitely like warm. It's like 65, but I'm also at elevation, so like the sun is really hot. And I can feel it like doing its job. And I really do like this fabric. I just couldn't figure out how I liked the pins to go. So doing 2 lines seemed to work because the random, I'll move you guys back down. Because like the random placement was going to drive me a little bit nutty. I didn't like the random placement, so I think having 2 lines is just gonna have to work for now. And I'll have to like clean up like some of these edges and stuff, but as you can tell, like the wind picked up while I was working, and so I'll fix some of this like edging and stuff at some point. But yeah, I don't know, what do you guys think? Actually feeling it, I can tell that it is holding the heat up there, and I do like that it brightens it up in here a little bit. I think that works really well, but I'm definitely like a function over aesthetics kind of person. I just want it to be functional, really. So maybe I'll throw like, you guys will hate this, but maybe I'll put some like duct tape around the edges or something and like finish it off so it's like finished. We'll see. So this, like, all in all took me less than an hour, and I can tell, like I said, that it is doing its job. So if you need a way to protect yourself from the heat above, I would try this 100% because obviously Reflectix, that's what it's meant to do. The fabric is optional. I just didn't want to feel like I was living in a spaceship. And I picked a really lightweight fabric because I knew only the push pins were going to go in there, and like this is sheer, like you can see through it, and so I knew that this being sheer would stay up and it wouldn't be too thick of a fabric where it would fall down all the time if the wind blew, and the wind is blowing and I haven't lost any pins yet. I will say, when you are pinning the fabric, to pin directly into your headliner and not so much into the Reflectix, because I think it's just too thick for thumbtacks. But I hope this helps somebody this summer. I think this is gonna really help Pippa and I. Yeah, we're gonna just test this out for a couple days and we'll just see how this works, and I will maybe like update you guys on like a pinned comment or something after this video goes up. But I want to get it up soon because I know a lot of people are going car camping, and for less than $20 and no damage to your headliner except for like pinholes, I'm saying that this is a win. I'm gonna go ahead and say this is a win, like especially the fact that like I'm not even like sweating or red-faced or anything sitting in here in the direct sunlight. I don't even have my sunshade in the front. I think it's doing its job. So if you have extra, you can get your dog to wear a riding scarf with you with the extra fabric. Should we go find a windy, windy road, Pippa? Do you want to get paid? Here you go. Hers fell off. Thanks so much for watching, guys. We'll see you on the next one. Bye. Say bye, Pippa.